Social media can be our best friend and sometimes our worst enemy. Why do I say that? Not because I hate social media or anything like that, but a lot of people don't show the reality out there. Many users create an illusion of the life they have on these platforms, showing only what they want you to see, only what is going well, and posts in which everything is pink and wonderful. But we all know that life is not like that, and there are days that don't go right. That's what we'll talk about in this relaxing draw with me video, and I'll share how I realized it was time to take the next step and how you can figure it out too. Nowadays, social media helps artists a lot, bringing many new eyes on our art and helping us promote ourselves for free. To be honest, it doesn't cost us anything to be on these platforms, just time, which is really the most important, but without putting time and passion into what we love to do, we can't be successful. The biggest problem that social media platforms cause is that it makes us compare ourselves to other people, to those who are above us, and it makes us not feel good enough. We all, when we reach a milestone we have long wanted to reach, forget what it was like before that and immediately want to move on to the next one. This makes us compare ourselves all the time because we see that others are so high and we still have to work, and we end up comparing ourselves all the time instead of enjoying each milestone, which are like steps we have to climb to get where we want to be. You can't just take one giant step over all the steps in between and go straight to the top. It takes a lot of ambition, hard work and passion to be consistent with what you love to do and enjoy the process of creating it, not just focusing on the end result. I too try not to compare myself to others, but it's quite hard to hold back when I see on Instagram other artists more successful than me, better and with more followers, making me always wonder, what do they have that I don't? But this question is totally wrong. We are all unique and have our own path to follow. No one will have the exact same trajectory in life. Those who are one level above us have been here too, and they have compared and self-motivated themselves to get where they think they need to be. When you notice that you're always looking at what other artists are doing instead of focusing on your art and becoming better than yesterday, it's time to take a break from social media. Like a weight loss program, but this time detoxifying from the negative energy of social media. Taking a few steps back from these platforms will do you a lot of good. Trust me, I tried it and felt like a different person afterwards, full of motivation and positive energy. Social media also eats up a lot of our time and always distracts us from everything. Did you know that it takes around 15 minutes for the brain to get back into focus mode after checking your phone while doing something? Think in a lifetime how much wasted time this is and how damaging it does to us. If you take a break, you won't know anyone and anything, who and what posted, and how many new likes and followers they have. All that's left to do is focus on your art and enjoy the talent you have. As artists, although we help each other, on social media, we are competitors. I know it sounds harsh, but we all want to attract the attention of fellow buyers to our art. Of course, there's room for everyone. That's not the problem, but how about not thinking about it all for a few days and giving your brain a well-deserved break? If you're a commissioned pet portrait artist like me and you have people waiting for updates on their drawings, you can quickly email them instead of going on social media to write them. You can also take a few pictures of the commission you're busy with to post later on social media, work in progress pictures of that drawing so you don't open those apps and be tempted to scroll around. These apps are made in such a way that we get addicted to them, which works from the looks of it. I know it's impossible to disappear completely from these platforms if you're an artist, but sometimes it's good to give your brain a reboot and come back with a different attitude and vision. One thing that can help during this break, not to step on your toes and still check your platforms, is to cancel those notifications that appear from these apps on your phone. I know you can do this from the settings on any smartphone, and I would recommend this. That's why they are built that way, to appear immediately on your phone to lure you in and spend as much time there as possible. This will help you focus on what you're doing without having unnecessary breaks. I always get annoyed with myself when I realize I've picked up my phone again to look at it, knowing I'm wasting a lot of precious time doing so, sometimes even ruining my mood for a long period of time some days. You always have to think, what good does it do me if I now look at how many likes I've gotten? Where's the good in that? Is it for my benefit? These conversations with yourself are essential to set your priorities and avoid wasting time. Only you decide how to spend your time. Now I'd like to give you some personal tips on what I do to avoid all these social media issues. First, I schedule my posts directly from the apps for a week or two and only go in for half an hour or an hour when the post is live to respond to comments for as much engagement as possible when the post is fresh. You can do this on Facebook and Instagram, and it's very easy. Not sure about the other apps, but I assume you can do it there too. Another thing that helps me a lot is to follow people who inspire and motivate me, who not only post when everything goes well, but also when something didn't work out, showing their true face, because in the end we are all human. Instagram now has a new option where you can filter your feed so that you only see posts from people you follow or people you favorited, which I think is a brilliant idea, since I'm also addicted to social media, mostly to show my art to the world and see how people react to it. Sometimes when I'm working on a commission, I'm tempted to grab my phone in my hand every few minutes to check, which is the greatest crime of procrastination. To avoid this, I leave it in another room or as far away from me as possible. If I always keep it nearby, it will always be within reach, which feeds that addictive habit of looking at what else is happening on my phone. One last piece of advice I give you about this break from social media is to enjoy every moment when you draw, every brush stroke or pencil brush, every base layer added, and witness the magic of bringing something to life out of nothing. Because yes, as an artist, that's what you do. You create something that no longer exists. Enjoy every mistake, because that's how you learn and move forward. Don't be frustrated when that happens. It was meant to be, because you had something to learn from the lesson. Celebrate every milestone. Reward yourself when you finish a commission or artwork. Get yourself an ice cream, get yourself new pencils, or whatever makes you happy, but be grateful that you have this talent and that you can share it with the world. And so social media can be a curse sometimes and a blessing at the same time. Usually more of a blessing than a curse if you know how to handle it. I hope you had something to learn from me and my experience with battling these platforms. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of my future tutorials. If you have any questions or suggestions for future videos, leave them in the comments below. I love hearing from you and am always open to new ideas. Thanks so much for watching and happy drawing. See you next time.